And welcome back to another episode of the Golden Domers Report. I am Landen and Traylor along with Dylan Kerns, and we got our loaded panel back today. Dylan, oh boy, glad to be back. JR, Logan, glad you guys could join us again this week. Took a week off. You guys took a bye with the team. But all right, let's get right down to into the nitty gritty. It's a huge week in college football, but the Irish coming off of I think it's an impressive 31-16 win against our rival USC. From an offensive standpoint, it was a decent win. Dylan, what were your thoughts overall? Just give me a little quick light bulb on your thoughts of the game.
Yeah, it started a little bit slow, obviously the first quarter, 7-0 lead. I thought that I know one of my keys coming in was going to be try to find a way to start fast. So they didn't give up any points, so I was a little bit excited about that. But, this team they find ways to win. And, on paper, it's a rivalry game. USC always gives us a tough fight no matter where it is, no matter what time of the year. And I thought, maybe this is a game where USC could pull it out. But, the Irish just showed up. They did. They showed up. Jack Cohn looked serviceable. The offense looked pretty solid, and they found a way to put up points against a USC team. And I thought they looked pretty good out there on Saturday.
Hey, your boy showed up too. Your boy, your favorite.
Yeah.
Johnny Door.
Johnny. Knock down the doors.
All right, Logan, what's your little snapshot of the game on Saturday?
It was good to see the running game, like we've been talking about all year. The running game really clicked. Kyron played a great game, ran really hard, was able to create plays that were not there. Offensive line, the protection was great. And, the hurry up, that up style tempo for Cohn made him look good. And, he looked more comfortable. We got Lorenzo Styles involved, which is very exciting. And now you're looking at 6-1. You're playing North Carolina. Offense is clicking. The defense was kind of shaky here and there, but hopefully that will get fixed going into next weekend because North Carolina's offense is loaded.
What about you, JR?
Yeah, I thought it was a good use of the bye week. They obviously, worked on a lot of things on the offensive side of the ball, like you guys point to. The hurry up is definitely beneficial to Cohn. Some of the reshuffling of the offensive line has definitely helped. The running backs, they looked good. I'm not going to get too excited, though. We are who we are. USC, they are who they are. They stink. Their coaching performance at the end of the first half pretty much encapsulates their entire program. So I'm not going to get too excited. They do have an opportunity to win out. UNC is going to be a pretty tough opponent, I think. They're going to be ready to play. It's going to be their Super Bowl. If they can get past UNC, I like our chances to maybe run the table and see where we're at the end of the year.
We'll talk about that just in a second, but I don't think we can overlook Virginia. They have a phenomenal group of kids. Their record might not show it. They have a phenomenal team this year. Not going to get them anywhere, obviously. They took a couple of losses earlier in the year, but they have talent. They have lots of it. All right, my thoughts on the overall game. Our offensive line showed great improvement. I think that's obviously the best game the offensive line has played this year. Maybe a couple of penalties here and there, maybe even penalty. I think we were penalty free from the offensive line, which is a total difference. Obviously, we have false starts almost every game. Our defense only gave up 16 points, yes, but it's the way we gave up those 16 points that's concerning. It's almost like during the bye week, Coach Freeman gave him the week off. I know he didn't, obviously, but that's just our defense took a little bit of a step back in the way we gave up the 16 points. You look at the Toledo game, you look at the Cincinnati game, you look at the Virginia Tech game, we gave up in the 20s. Our offense gave them those points. Other than that, I think it was an overall solid game offensively. Like JR mentioned, our bye week helped the offense and offensive line. Kevin Austin needs to get back to Kevin Austin. He can't be dropping all these passes. Like, he dropped 2 wide open. He has to make those catches. And lastly, I think this is JR's favorite quote. This was a get-right game for the Irish. We needed a get-right game, kind of a statement win. It wasn't too much of a statement. We kind of blew it towards the end there, but I think it was a get-right game for us.
I agree with some of that statement. I bet you there in the stadium, everybody that was there is probably sick of hearing the name Drake London. That dude had 15 freaking catches in that contest, 171 yards. So I mean, he was a dog all day for USC. Still, I still worry about the cornerbacks' coverages, the way they can lock down a good wide receiver. I still worry against top SEC schools or top programs that have that 5-star talent on the outside. That's still my main concern, and it has been for the last 5 years. But to your point, I thought the defense did look pretty good, but they did give up 13 late, so that's a little bit problematic.
And they're without Kyle.
Right, they were without Kyle Hamilton. They will be without Kyle Hamilton. Again, against North Carolina. I would like to know how many yards after contact that London had. That was absolutely insane. Insane. I don't think I've ever seen something like that before. All right. Anyway, any final thoughts on USC?
They stink.
Yeah, well, we knew that coming in. I mean, 3-4. When's the last time USC's been 3-4? All right, let's open up the book here to North Carolina. This is the best offense. I'm going to go on a limb. This is the best offense that we have faced all year. I mean, they have weapons all over. You know, you look at Josh Downs, their wide receiver. You look at Ty Chandler, their running back. And they're returning all of their offensive linemen from last year. Obviously, the name we don't even have to mention is Sam Howell. I mean, he speaks for himself. He's a dual threat quarterback. He can run, he can throw. We're going to have our work cut out for us.
Yeah, I mean, they are. North Carolina's a good team. This is a team I picked the Irish to lose to strictly because I love Sam Howell. That guy can throw the football. He makes a lot of great throws. I think he's a top 5 pick in the NFL draft. He just has the intangibles coming in. I think this dude is a monster, and he has the ability to be a great quarterback. This year on the year, 18 touchdown passes, 6 picks. Like, he still finds a way to get it done. And that's last year you got to factor in. They had Javonte Williams, Michael Carter as a 1-2 punch in that backfield. They're really good then, but they're still a great offense. So I think the Irish are definitely going to have to find a way to put up some points if they want to stick around. Otherwise, it might get ugly.
Their defense is atrocious. I will say that.
Right.
They've been giving up 40s. I mean, they gave up 42 points to a historically bad Miami offense. So, JR, I see your face kind of gritting there. I want to touch base on you with this because you've seen more Mac Brown than I ever have. I think Mac Brown being the head coach of North Carolina benefits us. Would you say that?
I don't know if it necessarily benefits us, but they definitely have issues within their program. Mac Brown, he's been a great coach over the course of his career. A lot of stops, a lot of high-profile games. Very, very experienced guy. But in his, I don't know if you guys have heard some of his press conference leading up to the game. He has indicated that Notre Dame is the standard that he is trying to get UNC to. To say that he is a benefit to us, I don't know if that's the case, but consistently across the board, this is a team that, yeah, they got a really good offense, but they have issues. When you're struggling with the likes of Miami and some of the other teams that they have struggled with, quite frankly, I thought they'd be undefeated going into this game against us. And what are they, 4-3, and we're a 3-point favorite? That probably speaks more to us than it does to them, simply because of the way our offense performs. I spoke to your grandfather last week, and I had predicted that the defense was going to score against USC. They almost made that happen, and I'm going to predict that they're going to get that done this week. Either the defense or the special teams is going to score, because they're going to need a little bit of production somewhere else in order to offset the fireworks that UNC can implore. So I'm a little worried about them, but I think we may be giving them a little bit too much credit to, probably similar to how they came into the year overall. What were they ranked to start the year? 5th, 6th?
Yeah.
8th.
I mean, they were definitely top 10, and they're not even ranked now. So, yeah, they're good on offense, but they got issues.
Right. Logan, go ahead.
Well, I think I agree with JR with everything he said. I think we're giving them a little too much credit. I don't think they blow us out. This is the same football team this year that, like JR said, struggled with Miami, and they lost to Florida State. I don't think their defense is atrocious, but I don't think Sam Howell. I actually would argue, Dylan. I know you're a big Ritter fan, but I would say Howell's better than Ritter. But here's the difference between a Mac Brown, UNC, who obviously, like JR said, has a lot of respect for a Notre Dame program. North Carolina is going to be ready to play this game. But as far as us losing, I mean, we would have to beat ourselves in a manner that is worse than Cincinnati. I mean, we would have to give them 20 points, in my opinion. Kyle Hamilton out worries me a little bit, but I didn't think our secondary played too bad. Cam Hart is inconsistent, but he's young. Tariq Bracy, I liked him. I thought he played really well. But it all starts up front, like it has all year for us. If we're able to dominate the line of scrimmage, be the more physical team, North Carolina will lay down. I mean, they always have. What year? It might have been last year we were down, or a couple years ago we're down. We come back and they just fold. They fold, and that's the kind of team they are. So we have to get a lead early. Hopefully, we get the ball first, like usual. We go and score and put them out early. This is definitely not a team that you want to hang around. Let them hang around, though.
Let me ask a question real quick. I'll go Landon first, and then you guys can all answer it. Can this Irish team right now, what we've seen through all the weeks up to this point, can the Fighting Irish and Notre Dame win a shootout?
Yes. I think we saw it at Florida State. I mean, that was kind of a shootout type of game, although we didn't really have many fireworks. It was more of them. I think we can. I think, going into week number 9, our offense is kind of developing a little bit. With the way our offensive line has been playing in the last couple of weeks, I think we do have the capability to win a shootout. Do I want a shootout? Please, God, no. Oh.
I mean, that's the thing. Notre Dame doesn't get in a lot of shootouts. Do I think this offense is capable of winning a shootout? Yes. But at the same time, that's not the position we want to be in. So I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, no matter what, if we're in a shootout with North Carolina,
right?
No.
I mean,
if you're playing 7-on-7 with North Carolina is a top 5 team.
Right. I don't think we've been in a shootout ever. Like, it's not gonna lie.
I think it's a little bit of a loaded question. It probably depends on who the opponent is and what the situation is. If we're winning a shootout and we're trading scores back and forth, yes, against a team from the ACC like UNC, yes. But if we're, 3 scores down like we were against Cincinnati, we can't get into a shootout in that kind of a mode. So yes and no.
Yeah. You called the Cincinnati game perfectly. You said can't dig a hole, can't give up turnovers, and can't play poorly on special teams.
Should have won that game.
We should have. We absolutely
should have won that game.
And here's the thing. I'll butt in because the whole Cone thing. In my opinion, Cone looked really good against USC. He looked like a top 10 quarterback in the country. He had less time to think. He had protection. His quarterback rating was really good. He had the one bad throw, which is a bad route by Kevin Austin. You could have the interception. Cone is the best quarterback on this team, and hopefully he proved that.
They've actually said that should have been a completion and not an interception.
Yeah, it should have, because Kevin Austin had it. Usually goes to the offense. That's what we were thinking. We were opposite of the video board, so we couldn't really get a good view of it. But I mean, I thought he played really well with what he has and the offensive line he has. And, Buckner was all right. I thought he could have been a little bit better. But as far as, going with Pine or trying to get Pine into this, I think we finally have figured it out. Does that mean it's a Pine exit? I don't know. But Jack Cone and the way they looked Saturday is going to be really good. It's going to be interesting, though, to be able to, for North Carolina, the way they scout us and the future teams they scout us, to be able to prepare. Because obviously we gave teams a new look.
I think you got to give the staff a lot of credit too, because they've kind of settled in to what Cone can and can't do. Given the aspects of the things that are around him, the
took them long enough.
The offensive line that you in, the opponent we're playing. Let's be honest too, the defense that they're playing, and this goes here on out. I think the the defensive ratings for the teams that we face going out play very favorably into Cone. So I give the coaching staff a lot of credit for putting them in a position to succeed.
Yeah, for sure. Dylan, any last thoughts here on North Carolina?
Not really. I got to find a way to win up another football game. I mean, right now, if you think about it, they win that Cincinnati game, they're number 2 in the country. And I think that's where they'd be right now. And look, if they do run the table, I'm not saying I still don't think there's a chance they make the playoff. But you look at it, look, I know there's not. But look, the only loss you have is to a number. Yeah, me too. But the only loss you have is to the number 2 team in the nation, saying Cincinnati doesn't budge late. So, I mean, that looks favorable.
Cincinnati does not look too favorable right now.
Well, Cincinnati and Oklahoma, it's going to be a wild finish. And, the one year we don't want to make the playoff and get embarrassed might be the year we get in.
JR, Mobile they've been struggling all year, so they're due for a little bit of a letdown. They're due for a loss. I do think I actually don't think they'll go undefeated. I have one loss on their schedule.
Well, let's just hope for our sake if Oklahoma loses and Cincy loses, they just put 2 SEC teams and 2 Big Ten teams and call it a day.
Well, the way the projections are going, doesn't look like Cincy's going to get in, even if they do run the table.
Really?
That's what I've been looking at.
I got Georgia, Bama, Ohio State, and the Cincinnati, maybe a 4, maybe I don't know that one.
I wonder what their odds would be if we win out, if we go 11-1. But the Navy game hurt them.
They did.
I mean, they did not look good.
They did not look good at all. All right. Well, let's get right.
Imagine if we're both 11-1. Well, I think they would be 12-1, but we get in over them and they beat us.
Oh,
there would be riots. There'd be riots.
Hey, I'm still hoping for this Michigan game, this bowl game. I don't care what bowl it is. You can put us in Hawaii. I want to play Michigan.
Yeah,
might get it in the Fiesta.
Shut them up. All right, let's get into our Week 9 picks. Dylan won the Week number 8 picks by a landslide.
That's not hard beat,
Do you ever work?
Just got off work.
No.
What a shot.
Week 9. Tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. On ESPN2. Troy at number 24 Coastal. I want to self-brag here. I picked App State to beat Coastal. Dylan called me an idiot. Dylan, it's crystal clear that the Chanticleers lost. All right, we'll go Logan, JR, Dylan, myself.
Give me Coastal.
Yeah, give me Coastal too.
It's no longer crystal clear, but I still got to pick the dang Chanticleer.
Yeah, this is a get-right game, as JR says, for Coastal here. They're coming off of a huge letdown against Appalachian State. Shouldn't be ranked, in my opinion, anymore. But, hey, I got Coastal big. All right, Saturday, we have second-ranked Cincinnati at Tulane on ESPN2.
Give me Cincy.
I'll take Cincy too, but I'm always leery of picking teams, and this theory has worked very well when I'm playing for credits. Teams that play back-to-back road games, you got to look out for that. Cincinnati, though, they've woken up against Navy. They won't let that slip.
Yeah, give me Cincinnati.
Yeah, I got Cincy here cruising. They need a get-right game. All right, 6th ranked Michigan at number 8, Michigan State on Fox. Here we go, boys.
Give me Sparty by a million.
Sparty by a million? Yeah, I like little brother too. I'm gonna take Sparty here. I like their spot. I like their way they're playing. Give me the green machine.
This is where I get fired. Dun, 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 dun. Give me the Wolverines.
Michigan a little bit overrated. They have them in battle tested. Their biggest wins, Rutgers.
Here we go.
Kind of reminds me of IU basketball, but they don't beat Rutgers.
Hey, easy. Watch it. Hey, you shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Look, where was I? look, Michigan, their biggest win is Rutgers. They struggled against Rutgers. They struggled against a catastrophic bad Nebraska team. Harbaugh is Harbaugh in a big game. Michigan's won 2 top 15 games under Jim Harbaugh, 4 top 25 games under Jim Harbaugh. Give me Sparty by 14 points. It's going to be close through the first half, but Sparty pulls away. Give me Sparty, baby. Go green, go white. Dylan, you're fired. JR, you're the new host, co-host. Don't you ever sing that terrible song.
You sang it on here last year.
I did not sing it last year.
I'll find the archive and I'll share it everywhere.
You find that archive, baby boy.
Make a little meme of them when they win.
Oh, one thing I got to give you credit for last week, Dylan. You said there's no chance that Oklahoma State wins.
Yeah, there's no chance. I gave the time. I said, I don't care what happens.
You got to clip
Oklahoma State ain't winning.
All right, I'm going with Sparty, by the way. 9th ranked Iowa at Wisconsin on ESPN.
This is a tricky one. I'm going to go Iowa, but their offense is dreadful. But stick with the Hawkeyes.
Here comes Graham Mertz.
Yeah, luckily for them, they're playing an offense that is equally as bad. I like Iowa in the spot coming off of a bye. Wisconsin may be a little bit of a letdown after beating Purdue. Give me Iowa to rebound after a bye.
Give me the Hawkeyes.
Nothing else? You don't want to add anything? Just give me the Hawkeyes.
It's Graham Mertz.
Okay, yeah. I'm going with Iowa as well. This is going to be a slop fest. The final score, in all honesty, might be 3-0. It very well could be 3-0.
No, right. Mertz will pick 6.
That's true. He will. Yeah, that's true. Or if not more. All right. Texas at 16th ranked Baylor on ABC. This is a tricky one.
The Texas team is very inconsistent. I want to go Baylor, but I want to be surprised if Texas pulled that one out.
Yeah, luckily for Baylor, Sarkisian is Texas's coach, so they'll probably pull a Sark late. I'm going to stick with Baylor at home. I like their offense against a poor coach.
Yeah. Give me the Horns.
Oh, I was just about ready to put Baylor for you.
Yeah?
Okay. Well, anyway.
Better not use a Sharpie next time.
Horns down. All right, horns down. Texas is a joke. Texas is not back. Sark can't coach. We've seen that in the past. He literally got fired from USC from taking on the job. He should not.
PK to Texas.
How do I kick somebody from a Zoom call? All right, I'm going with, this is the only time I'll say this, WS. I'm going with WS. Go, Pat, go. Miami at 17th ranked Pittsburgh on the ACC network.
Give me Pitt.
Yeah, give me Pitt too. I'm not sure what the line is, but this could be my gambling lock of the week.
I gotta look again. Thought it was around it. It was like -8.
8. That's it.
Minus
they win
9.
by 2 touchdowns at least.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna pick at Pittsburgh.
I'm going with Pitt as well. Manny Diaz. That's all you need to know about Miami. Yep, Manny Diaz. All right. 2 p.m. We got Iowa State at West Virginia. Game not televised.
Wow. Give me Iowa State.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Iowa State too. West Virginia, nice win last week at TCU. But Iowa State, they're finding their footing a little bit.
I want to go West Virginia, but I'm sticking with my gut. We'll go Iowa State.
Are they still at 1 loss?
They're at 2 losses.
Who
2?
Yeah.
Oh, they lost to Baylor and
Iowa.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. They made Iowa's offense look like the best offense in the country that game. I think that was in the 30s. All right. Iowa State coming off of a huge win against Oklahoma State.
Let down. Take them.
Look, John Denver said it best. Take me home, country roads. Give me the
You're right. He did say it best because you sure as hell didn't.
Give me the Mountaineers. All right, 3:30 p.m. Dylan, this is your game right here. First ranked Georgia versus Florida in Jacksonville on CBS.
Bulldogs by 1 million.
The world's largest cocktail party. Georgia off a bye. I think Florida's coming off of a bye too, but they got issues. Georgia, they're the best team in college football. Give me Georgia.
Go Dogs. Big.
Yeah, Georgia, big. Dan Mullen, he's lost his locker room. He's lost his team. He's lost the fan base. Georgia.
He's an idiot.
I'm not a big Mullen fan. Ever since he came as Darth Vader in that frickin' press conference after he took a loss.
He's an idiot.
He's a big time idiot. Texas Tech at 4th ranked Oklahoma on ABC. Texas Tech, to mention, they just canned their coach this past week, earlier this week. So it's gonna get ugly.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, they're 5-3. I don't know why they would fire their coach. Yeah, they did lose a game that they probably should have won, but I don't know who they're going to get to coach down there.
BK?
John Richard.
Yeah, BK. Give me Mobile Homa.
Yeah, I'm rolling with JR's choice of words with the Mobile Homa.
Yeah, I say we start a trend on Twitter. John Richards, Texas Tech.
Yeah, no, thank you.
We should.
Ship him
No,
down
thank
there.
you.
Just ship him down there. Fire everyone, baby.
JR to T squared.
Colorado at 7th ranked Oregon on Fox.
Give me the Ducks.
Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon.
Oregon, but they don't look too good. They're lucky they're playing a team like Colorado, if I'm being honest here. Oregon. Moving along here, 4 p.m. Duke at 13th ranked Wake Forest, who apparently can score 70.
Give me Wake Forest.
Yeah, you think with Army they'd have a defense budget, but apparently not. Give me Wake.
Yeah, Wake Forest big.
Yeah, Wake Forest here big. Not big. I wouldn't be surprised if Cutcliffe comes prepared, has his boys prepared. Duke is terrible, but set a little bit of a letdown here. A little bit of a letdown. Offense could be tired. Defense, gonna be a defensive game, I think. All right, 7 p.m. This is a tricky one. 10th ranked Ole Miss at number 18, Auburn. This is tricky. I already know what Dylan's gonna say.
Yeah.
Bo Nix.
Yep. You going with Auburn?
Give me the Tigers.
This is a tricky game, tricky spot, tricky place to play, but I'm going Lane Train. I'm going to stick with the Ole Miss offense.
Bo Nix.
Look, I'm on the Lane train. I've been on the Lane train since day one.
Get your popcorn ready.
Get your popcorn ready. Maybe even get your golf balls ready. Give me Ole Miss here. I think Auburn's still a little bit overrated in my opinion. That's just me. I'm not a big Auburn guy, but if you look at it, they really haven't played anybody. They don't have any signature wins in my opinion. So give me Ole Miss here. I think Ole Miss actually makes a statement win here. All right, 12th ranked Kentucky. How are they still ranked 12th? But anyway, at Mississippi State on the SEC network.
This is a tough one. I'm going to take Kentucky, though. I'm going to rock with them.
Listen, Kentucky, they've played Georgia better than anybody. Give me Kentucky.
Hail State. Puerto Rico in this one.
Listen, here, you saw on Mike Leach's press conference candy corn. You guys see that candy corn, all that candy corn talk? Yeah. He's not gonna. I'm gonna go with Mississippi State. He's due for a nice win. I like Leach. Think he's a funny guy. Is he an SEC coach? I don't think so. I think he's more of a Big 12 guy. But hey, give me Mississippi State. Fear the veil. Kansas at 15th ranked Oklahoma State on Fox Sports 1.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys.
It's not basketball. Give me Oklahoma State.
Give me the Pokes. I've been riding Oklahoma State all year. One loss does not define their season. SMU at 19th ranked SMU at Houston on ESPN2. This could get tricky.
SMU.
Yeah, this is a decent game. Houston, they've they've had a nice season. I think they had an early loss. SMU, they got that nice offense. They helped me out in a pool last week. I'm going to stick with SMU.
You know, this line's even. I think I'm going to go Houston. Be
Every
different.
Every time I think I'm picking an upset, you have to barge in and make it. I'm going with Houston too. God darn it. Go with Houston. 20th ranked Penn State at 5th ranked Ohio State on ABC. Ohio State manhandled Little Indiana.
Give me the Bucks.
Lock of the week, Ohio State. Penn State got big issues.
I'm going with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, I'm going with Ohio State as well. James Franklin, we'll talk about this here coming up in about 3 minutes. He's bolting. 10:15 p.m., Virginia at 25th ranked BYU.
Give me Virginia.
Yeah, I'm going to go Virginia too. BYU, they've had a pretty difficult schedule. Virginia, you know, I don't know if did you guys see the end of that game last week?
Yes.
Crazy game. Entertaining. I like Virginia though.
Crystal clear as the Cavaliers.
Can't believe I'm about to do it.
You're picking against the Mormons.
Mark this date down in history. I'm picking against the Mormons and give me the Cavaliers. Oh, man. Wow.
I hope that bites you right in your ass.
All right. 10:30 p.m. Fresno State at 21st ranked San Diego State. It's not Pac-12 after dark. It's, what are they, Mountain West after dark?
Yeah, San Diego State.
Where's this game is at San Diego State?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna look to get ahead here. Give me Fresno.
You're not getting ahead too much because I got Fresno as well.
God, I hate all three of you. Fresno State. I'm going with Fresno State as well. This is ridiculous. It's like the 1 week I'm picking all the
might get one up like that.
Yeah, right. We put you in a good spot, actually.
All right. Non-ranked game of the week, Florida State at Clemson, 3:30 p.m. on ESPN.
Jeez.
Huge game for both teams.
Is it?
It is. If Florida State beats Clemson, there's bigger issues than just this year.
Fire Dabo.
BK to Clemson. Give me Clemson, though.
Wow, this really shows how far these two programs have fallen when this could possibly be the prison inmate hit the shower game of the week. I'm going to go Clemson. They benched the guy that needs to buy a consonant in his last name. I'm gonna take Florida State here. Everybody's on the get your Clemson fill in, just like Pitt last week.
Right.
Years of frustration. Give me Florida State, and they stink too.
Clemson, massive. Blow them out.
Look, you remember when Dabo Swinney after the Notre Dame win, hey man, BYOG, bring your own guts. Where's Trevor? Where's Trevor Lawrence? Where's Deshaun Watson? You see what happens when Dabo Swinney doesn't really have talent. Go ahead.
There's things going on at Clemson behind the scenes that I think nobody knows about yet.
I think there is too. I mean, you just don't fall off like that, especially how he played. But I think it's clear who I'm going to go with. Look, Florida State, they're a catastrophic team. Clemson's a catastrophic team. Give me the Seminoles, man. I'm going with the chop all day. Give me their chief, Onualu. Give me Florida State. Florida State. Not so game of the week. We have 0-7 Arizona at 3-4 USC.
Give me the Trojans.
Yeah, USC.
Yeah, Trojans.
USC. Give me. Did you guys know that Catholics really don't have a use for Trojans?
Trojan man.
7:30 p.m. We got North Carolina at number 11 Notre Dame on ABC.
Give me Notre Dame. Give me 38. Jeez. 38-24.
I like Notre Dame here too. A wounded visiting team like this always worries me. But another night game, am I right, boys?
Yes.
Another night game. I like Notre Dame's mental makeup and that type of an atmosphere. Hamilton out is a little worrisome, but I think our staff and our defensive coordinator come up with a game plan. I like the kid that came in and played. He played his tail off. He's not Hamilton, but he can get the job done. Give me Notre Dame 36, UNC 29.
Ooh. Okay. I also think UNC is obviously going to put up some points. They have a prolific offense. I do like JR's point earlier when we were breaking down what needs to happen. I think they do need to find a way to score on special teams or defense to have a chance in this one. And if they don't, I don't think they win this game at all. So really relying on that. I think the Irish do end up pulling this one out, and I think they win with a final score of 35-31.
I got the Irish 35-14. Let's shut them up.
Jeez.
Shut them up. I'm tired of hearing it. Tired of hearing how good North Carolina is. Their offense. Give me Notre Dame by 21. Tired of shutting them up. Prove them wrong. Lines 3, 21-point win. Notre Dame 35-14. Offense. I like our defense better than their offense. All right. Well, that does it for this episode. JR, Logan, thanks for being here. As usual, go Irish and love the Notre Dame. We'll see you next time, Irish fans.